Good evening, people of the internet. Today it is Tuesday Tales. Finally, I'm able to make it on Tuesday. I'm not out of town. And today is, I think, probably the worst case of narcissism we've seen on the show so far. This, I believe, to be probably the first true, maybe not true, but the first full-blown malignant narcissist. Not only that, I believe he is a bit of a sadist, too. So, strap up, strap in, let's get to work. What the fuck does that mean?
Tales from the Crypt.
Great opening.
I'll tell you.
Fitting punishments.
There you are, sports fiends. You know, dead people like me make excellent point guards. When we can't get off a shot, we simply pass. Away, that is. Speaking of which, allow me to be your fear leader for tonight's halftime show. It's a putrid playlet about my personal favorite sport, being a mortician. I fittingly call it fitting punishment.
Fitting punishment. Thornberry? Funeral home? Thorntonberry, excuse me. Damn, that has to be the most depressing funeral I've ever heard.
Oh, Mr. Thorntonberry, I don't know how I can ever thank you. She looks so beautiful.
Knowing I could be of help to you in your time of need, it's thanks enough for me. Now, why don't y'all head on to the cemetery? Your sister will be along directly.
God bless you, Mr. Thorntonberry.
Glad. Stop messing with that damn organ and go pull the hearse around back. I'll prepare the casket.
Yes, sir, Mr. Thornberry.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Get out of here, boy. Party's over.
Party?
The viewing, you idiot. They've all gone on to the funeral. Are you blind?
I'm not here for no funeral. Don't you remember me?
Thank the merciful Lord, no.
I'm Bobby. Your nephew? Your sister Ruby's kid.
Oh, my sister Ruby. Well, you can tell that no-good sister...
She's dead, Uncle Ezra.
Oh, really? How?
Well, she got in a head-on collision on I-95. Killed my daddy, too.
Head on, huh? Messy, I bet. That's good for business. Charge a pretty penny to make their loved ones look presentable. What you want here, boy?
Well, you see, Uncle Ezra, you're my only living kin. Well, I came to live with you. Here it is. All legal.
Don't they usually have, like, social workers come out with them, right? Don't they? I think, right?
You must think I'm made of money. Last thing I need is another mouth to feed.
He is the only mouth he feeds, by the way, so I don't really know what the fuck he means about that. If he is so frivolous with his money that he's in money issues, but he owns a business that frequently has funerals, that's his own damn fault. Yes, I'm still strapped up. I'm getting ready for this episode. So, besides that, you can already see his stifling aura of bitterness that this man produces. He's just bitter. Just, like... He is not the lemon. He is just the lemon peel. He's terrible, terrible person, and you'll get to see more of that. And I hope you enjoy it.
But Uncle Ezra, I won't be a problem. I promise. Look, I'll wash your floor. I'll clean your piano. I'll do anything.
Anything, boy.
Yeah, you do look strong. There might be something I can do with you. Now, let me tell you about the mortuary business, boy. Like it says in the Bible, God helps the mourners, for they are blessed. And God also helps those that help themselves.
Such a cruel.
You keep messing with that ball, I'll bounce your balls right out of here.
Sorry, Uncle Ezra.
You can sleep here.
Here?
What?
That's right, boy.
Thanks, Uncle Ezra.
Put some bedding on it. It'll be fine. You know the righteous need the divine light to see the truth.
Oh, yeah, that's the worst kind of villain. One of my favorite kind of villains,
Besides,
the righteous one.
money. Leave the lights alone, boy.
I think the righteous villain is always the scariest of all. I think, anyways. My opinion. You have villains like the guy in Far Cry 5 that I think was actually written pretty well. You know, there's some complaints about his villain arcs and whatnot, but I think he was written. He was written pretty well. One of the ones that keeps popping into my mind is Castlevania, the first and I believe second season. He was prominent until he died. Was it just in the first season? I can't remember. But the priest burns Dracula's wife at the stake is also a righteous villain. And there are many more. I think also one of my other favorites has to be the preacher from Outlast 2. Is another fantastic religious righteous villain. And I think it is something that is and has been explored. But I think it could be explored more because it's one of the most terrifying villains. They're so confident in what they're doing. But it's not just the confidence, I think it's the power that they hold over people, that they lord over people, is what really makes them terrifying. Because it's not just them that's the bad guy, it's everyone that's following. It's also a certain level of being unhinged, which is just really good for a villain. And also just me personally, there's something at my core that's just terrified of the righteous villain. I don't know, there's just something deep in my core that it really strikes. So I always appreciated a good one.
This is where the action is.
What did he die of?
Natural causes. You know what I mean if you're ever fool enough to get married. Hand me one of those aspirators over there.
One of these?
Yeah. You know the human body is one big cesspool. Food flows in, shit flows out, and blood flows all around. It's got to be drained. Yes, sir.
Oh. Oh.
It's only blood. Give me another one of these. This tub of lard will start to stink in a couple of days. That's why we got to embalm him.
Man, people that work in morgues, man.
Godliness.
Embalming areas.
No.
That's got to be a tough job. Why is that one going to a sink?
Yeah.
Oh,
Aren't you
flushing that
supposed to
with
use
water?
chemicals or something?
He's dead, you damn fool. He doesn't know the difference. Besides, those chemicals cost money. Like it says in the Bible. Penny saved, penny earned.
Oh my God.
Didn't Ben Franklin say that?
Don't you contradict me, boy! You're gonna order what we need. Low overhead. And I pass on the savings to me.
What's all this Chinese writing in the box?
Made in Taiwan, you dummy. Half the price of U.S. made. They're 6 inches shorter, you know. The Taiwanese are smaller people, and I can use the coffins for most folks. Nobody knows the difference, and I charge full price.
God, he's just a fucking slime ball, isn't he? Good God. And you can't embalm a body with water, right? It'll just fucking rot. Can you embalm a body with water? It is a question that I had. I didn't think that you could. It wouldn't make sense because it's just water, and bacteria can grow in water. So I thought not. But there is, I found, water cremations, which is interesting. So the process is based on an alkaline hydrolysis. The body is placed in a pressure vessel that is then filled with a mixture of water and potassium hydroxide and heated to a temperature around 160 degrees Celsius, 320 degrees Fahrenheit. But at an elevated pressure, which prevents boiling. So it kind of just like chemically rots the body faster. It breaks it down into... The result is a quantity of green-brown tinted liquid containing amino acids, peptides, sugars, and salts, which is basically just the building blocks of a human being. So it just breaks us down to our chemically simplest point. And soft, porous white bones remains, calcium phosphate, easily crushed in the hand. Which is very interesting. I hadn't really heard of this before. But when I was looking up if you could embalm a body with just water... It was like, yeah, water is used with other chemicals. So my assumption is if you just poured straight water into a body, it would not embalm it. It would just probably have a very similar rate of rot. This guy's such a fucking cheapskate. Cheapskate? Yeah, he's a cheapskate.
The faucet's dripping, you fool.
Huh? What was that for?
You think water grows on trees? Lord almighty, you got shit for brains.
No, it does fall from the sky, though.
Clean this stuff up.
We don't have any more disinfectant.
You can take this. You're about as stupid as your mama, boy.
Thank you there, Mr.
I
Thornberry.
feel as though I've lost one of my own.
That was very nice.
So-
I feel like that. Lost one of my own.
I told you to stop messing with that damn organ. Bobby, close that damn coffin. I can smell Mrs. Johnson already.
Yes, sir.
Well, yeah, because she's not properly fucking embalmed.
You wanted to see me, Uncle Ezra?
No, but I have no choice. Go measure the Jeffries' body so I can order his casket.
Yes, sir. Oak. 5'6".
We're all very thankful for your help, Mr. Thornberry. These last 2 days have been rather trying.
Yes, I can imagine. You and your family have my condolences, Mr. Jeffries. But don't worry. I've taken care of everything. Is there something wrong?
This casket is made of pine.
That's right. Highest quality of pine from the forests of Maine.
But I specifically asked for oak.
Oak?
That's right.
But I've already paid.
I want nothing but the best for my son, Mr. Thornberry.
Bobby!
Yes, Uncle Ezra?
You stupid half-wit. You ordered oak, not pine.
Who, Mr. Jeffries?
You know what this is going to cost me? You got any idea? Now I'm going to have to pay for that damn pine coffin.
But, Uncle, I told you oak.
Don't you lie to me, boy.
I'm not lying, Uncle. I swear to God, I told you
Don't you
oak.
dare use the Lord's name in vain. Now you're going to have to be punished severely.
Now, Uncle, please, put this...
Get up!
Oh, help me!
Get up, I said! You got work to do!
My leg!
To hell with your legs! Get up, you're no good lying dog!
My leg!
Malignant Narcissist.
Your nephew has suffered a severe spinal
Sadistic
injury, Mr.
in nature.
Thornberry. He'll never walk again. How on earth did that happen?
His own carelessness, I'm afraid. He fell down the stairs.
Oh, yeah.
If I've told him once, I told him 1,000 times. No running inside. He's a spirited boy, you know, an athlete.
Not anymore.
We can clearly see that he lacks any and all remorse. And he enjoys putting people in displeasurable situations. So I do believe that he is a full-blown malignant narcissist. And on top of that, one that may be particularly sadistic. I mean, he beat the boy as some form of penance, as he would probably call it, or his punishment for not ordering the wrong thing, and it was actually him. But whatever. He's a narcissist, so he's not wrong, and he can never be wrong. But I think he's malignant because it's not only the boy that he does this to, and presumably he has been and will continue to treat all of his employees like that, and anyone necessarily close to him, which I believe would qualify as malignant.
Damn that boy. He'll put me in the poorhouse yet.
Uncle Ezra?
What you want, boy?
Ezra!
Don't you Ezra me.
Where are my Air Jordans?
I sold them.
You sold them?
Got a pretty good price for them, too.
How could you sell my shoes?
Don't you raise your voice at me, boy. Look at you. You're nothing but a helpless cripple. What are you gonna do with shoes? All you're gonna do is cost me money. You're nothing but a goddamn burden.
Well, you should have thought about that before you hit me with that crowbar. I ought to call the sheriffs. That's what I'm gonna do.
The sheriffs, huh? And where are you gonna go next? The state hospital, that's where. You're right there with all the rest of the cripples. Those shoes are gonna go to waste just like that damn pine coffin you ordered.
Well, if he can put weight on his legs, even if he can't walk, I mean, that means he has some control over them, right? So with like a lot of physical therapy, he might be able to walk again.
Hello, Bobby.
Hi, Uncle. Oh, what are you doing with my ball?
Focus. Thank you. The sheer irony of not only being religious, but also working in a funeral embalming business, but also being a malignant narcissist, killer now, with literally no heart, no remorse, no nothing. Always preaching that he is right, and he is a God-fearing individual. Really does make a good villain. It really does. Look how dirty that floor is, Jesus Christ.
Taste not, want not. That's what I always say. Here we are, in silent repose, just the way I want you. Damn, you're a nuisance even when you're dead. I'm sure they're not gonna order another coffin.
Black & Decker. Damn. Probably back when they were in decent company. Man, this guy's actually fucking insane.
Down the stairs again, isn't it, Mr. Thorntonberry?
Well, perhaps it's for the best. The boy was young and full of vigor. He would have made a miserable cripple.
Such a short coffin for a boy so tall.
What you want, Clyde?
Bye, Mr. Thorntonberry.
Where the hell you think you're going? You got work to do.
I ain't doing nothing. I'm quitting. Look, I know that nice young man didn't die in no accident. I know it. I can't prove it. But I know what I know.
Then good riddance. You no-outcome Oregon freak. I don't need you. I don't need anybody. Get the hell out of here and stay out, you pervert!
Yep, that's just what I would expect a narcissist to say. Blame game. It's never their fault. Can never take responsibility for any of their sick actions, especially a malignant narcissist. And on top of that, I think that the actor's actually portraying it pretty well because he has this sort of, I think it's righteous indignation is what it is, I think. I could be wrong. But he has the arrogance. And I think his arrogance comes across very well. I believe that the boy that they got, I think they could have picked someone else that was a little better probably for the role. Someone a little more emotive, I think, would have really displayed how terrible this uncle is. Truly is. These are actually nice. I like these.
You know, what's going on around here? Who's there? What do you want, you goddamn hooligans? Now, who the hell left this on? Damn fools. You turning my lights on, Clyde, wherever you are. You think you can come crawling to beg for your job back? Well, then you can go to hell. You trying to scare me, Clyde? Is that it? I got news for you. I don't scare easy. Takes a lot more than you got, that's for sure.
Well, I'm just going to let the ending play out here. I think it's actually done pretty well. And, yeah, I have some quips, here and there and whatnot. It's a little goofy, but it is Tales from the Crypt, so you should come to expect that. But it's a nice little haunting to the end of the story. And at the end, I'll explain how I think it could have probably been improved a little bit. But it's also short, so they didn't have much time. So, enjoy.
God. I can't bend my legs. Oh my God. I can't.
Oh.
Can't be. Oh my God.
I like how he's able to walk like that. That's awesome.
Like it says in the Bible, Uncle Ezra, blood is thicker than water.
Not here! This can't be happening. Somebody help me! No!
Well, looks like old Ezra learned raising a teen is no walk in the graveyard. Now he's going to need one of his cheap coffins for himself. That's what he gets for having a name like Ezra. As for poor Bobby, he got a pretty nasty case of athlete's foot, didn't he? I mean, I've heard of footloose, but yikes! Oh well, I guess the next best thing to making a goal is becoming a ghoul. Right, kiddies?
Oh, there you go. Another Tales from the Crypt. Yeah, they really made a villain that that was just straight up irredeemable, which is always fun. Thank you for watching my video all the way to the end. I do appreciate it. This was an interesting episode. And now that it's over, I can unstrap. You may do so as well. Yeah, we have been released from the video. And the only gripe I have with the end is a little goofy, and I felt like his penance, I'm going to use that word because it's kind of a religious-y episode, his penance was not enough. Presumably he has been mentally and possibly even physically abusing people his entire life. His punishment needed to be more severe. And it could be argued that justice was served because he was paralyzed and then was beaten to death. But was that really enough? Seriously. I feel like what would have been a little bit more justice was him being paralyzed for a longer extended period of time, and his nephew haunting him as he lived for like a year or a couple years before dying. Just a little more on the edge. Other than that, I thought it was pretty great. The feet walking down the stairs was fucking hilarious, but good. Not like hilarious like bad, but just for the times, obviously, compared to nowadays, it's not, anything that CGI could do nowadays. I don't know if I should even say that, because fucking CGI nowadays is garbage.
Flight level 600.
That's really only because they don't pay people very well and they push projects too fast. Okay, I'm getting way too much deep into that. Anyways, I hope that you have a lovely day, night, or evening, whatever time it happens to be, wherever you are. And I will see you next time.